You are now tuned in to Go Time Dolphins with Charlie Touche and Kadeem Simmons, the Miami Dolphins podcast that's for the fans and by the fans.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. Go. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's show time. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Go. Don't waste no time.
Another year, another Super Bowl lineup sorted, and another year in which the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen failed to reach the promised land. It is amazing. All you Dolphin fans who are supporting Buffalo, I'm glad Buffalo lost, and fine shame for supporting them. But this is Go Time Dolphins. We are not here to talk about the Buffalo Bills. We are here to talk about the Dolphins and who they could be facing and when they could be facing them when they head to Madrid later on in 2025. To discuss that and more, as always, Charlie Touche. Charlie, tell everyone what time it is.
It's Go Time Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins podcast that goes not only across the pond, but across the world. I'm your boy, Charlie Touche. Got my co-host, Kadeem Simmons, with me. It's always for the fans and by the fans. Your favorite podcast, and official affiliates of Fanatics, where you could be a fanatic of your favorite franchise. Kadeem, you said it's a Dolphin podcast. We're not going to talk about the Bills. I think we're going to talk about the Bills just a little bit more. Just a little bit. You feel me? You want to get to the comments?
Yeah, so shout out to Rob. He says, good evening, all. As what a wonderful night, a non-Buffalo Super Bowl. F them Bills. Robert Ashton says, hi all, what's up? And then Banana 4 asks, have we cut to it yet? Banana, I don't think that's happening anytime soon. But thank you, as always, for the comment from yourself and others. If you're watching over on YouTube Live, give us a comment, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you're watching after, do all of those things because, you know, it helps us grow the channel as I guess our next goal is 5,000 subs, which is awesome. So thank you all.
Dang, we got 4,000 plus subs, Kadeem. Like, and you know what's crazy? We don't really like talk about it when we get there and we reach different milestones and whatever, maybe achievements and 2,000 and 3,000 and 4,000, and now we're approaching 5,000 subs, bro. Like, it's straight up like gratitude and appreciation for everyone who checks us out. Likes and subs go a super long way. We appreciate you. But back to the comment of the day so far, which is Rob, SAFC, F them Bills. Straight up, Rob, F them Bills. Straight up. Kadeem, did you see the game?
No, I am still coming off an illness, so I watched Squid Games with Hannah Montana, and then I went to bed early, woke up, saw the Chiefs won, and had a massive smile on my face. So, how better can you start your Monday morning? If the Dolphins are going to reach the Super Bowl, the Bills aren't reaching it. So, yeah, absolutely brilliant.
So, just quickly, we're not going to break down the game like the Dolphins were in it, but it was an AFC East opponent. Some Dolphin fans were going for this team. There was a game, Kadeem, where back in the day, I can't even remember. It was like Florida State versus someone. I can't remember who they played, and maybe it wasn't Florida State. I don't know who it was, honestly, now that I think of it. But it was a college game, and I was watching the game, and the way they lost was so heartbreaking. Like, it was like I was watching the game, and I'm like, yo, I don't know if I would wish this on my least favorite opponent. Like, the way the game unfolded. And I was like, I don't even know if I would wish this upon Florida State fans. You know what I'm saying? And you know I don't like Florida State like that. Maybe Ohio State. I wish something like that on Ohio State. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? The Bills lost, but it wasn't like good enough for me. It was like, no, I wanted them to lose worse. You know what I'm saying? I wanted them to lose a little bit worse. You feel me? And maybe I sound like a hater because maybe I am. I don't know. I'm an AFC East rival. You know what I'm saying? Just shout out to everyone who has glitch mode as one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I think he's going down my ranks just a little bit. For me, I'm gonna be honest with you. Dude is an extremely incredible talent, no doubt about it, bro. He's a tank. He runs over people. He has everything you want in someone who's gonna lead your team, except the ability to be a quarterback when it's time to be a quarterback. That's just my opinion. I'm sure people will come for me during the quarterback rankings. I'm not saying he's trash. He's incredible, but he's just not what you need to win a Super Bowl, in my opinion. First 2 snaps were, Kadeem, shout out to LB, hit me with this one. What happened to that stat, turnover-worthy plays? Because I kind of wonder how many turnover-worthy plays Josh Allen had yesterday in one game in the AFC Championship. So, dude came out, almost threw 2 picks and 2 passes. And when I say almost threw 2 picks and 2 passes, I'm talking about the ball hit 6 hands of the Chief players. Like in 2 passes, hit 6 hands, and that's what it was. Also fumbled, I think, in the first drive of the game, he fumbled as well. So he tried to throw 2 picks and fumbled. Dude came out like that. It was a good game. At the end of the game, at the end of the day, the Chiefs did not have the ball to win the game, where it was a drive where you just knew Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and the Chiefs were just going to pull it off, and here it goes. They're going to score, and the game's going to be over. It was not like that. It was the Bills with the ball and an opportunity to put the game away to win the game, and it didn't happen. And I kind of, I don't want to say it was the first time we seen it like that, but it was like, okay, Buffalo, here's your chance. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. You're down 3. So at least you're going to get a field goal out of this. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter in the AFC Championship. You have 3 timeouts and the ball on the 30-yard line. All you need is 20 yards to get to the 50, and you got 3 timeouts. We already know your kicker is worthy of hitting a 61-yard field goal because we were on the other end of one. So all you got to do is get these boys in field goal range at least. And what happens, Kadeem? Josh Allen had a run play for 11 yards, and he had like 2 passes for like 6 yards total. They didn't even get to the 50. They didn't even get to the 50. The game was in your hands. Josh Allen, you didn't make it happen. And that's all I got to say about the game. They didn't get a field goal. Chiefs end up winning by a field goal. That's it. There's no, the refs did this, refs did that. Actually, Josh Allen didn't do enough with the game on the line. 3 minutes and 30 seconds, you couldn't even get a field goal range. And it is what it is. Like all that running and stuff, I know everybody want to run a running quarterback. You can't run to win the game. Like, you have to be able to pass. It's the passing league. You got to be a passing quarterback to win a game. It would be nice to have a passing quarterback that can run for sure. Josh Allen is not a passing quarterback that can run. He's a run-first quarterback that can't even pass, if I'm being honest. And I don't want to hear nothing about his receivers. Oh, he didn't have receivers. Well, he had receivers before too, and he fell with them. That's all I'm saying. That's all I got. This was like a tempered rant. Like it was like a rant without ranting. But my back again. Go ahead.
No worries. If you are watching this live or after, apologies for any internet issues. I'm watching myself just to my left, and I seem to be like bit stuttery, bit jittery. So hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear. If I'm not, then apologies. Know what it is. No idea what it is. I'm moving soon, so hopefully it is sorted. Then, Rob, I see your question about Steelers quarterbacks. We will get to that probably in bonus time. Robert Ashton said, hit 5,000, have a giveaway. We will 100% have a giveaway. That is a guarantee. Asked this question the other day. I will ask it again just in case people weren't there. And if you weren't there, then go back and watch our old episodes. But Charlie, the Dolphins are in Madrid in 2025. Will you be there?
Will you be there? Hold me. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, my bad. Like I haven't sung that song in a long time.
Is that Michael Jackson?
It was Michael Jackson. Will you be there? But yeah, I'm gonna be there, bro. I'm gonna be there with my Matador thing on. Like I'm gonna have the You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be, you know, I'm gonna be out here, bro. I'm gonna have the costume on and everything. Go ahead. What
You need to get Go Time Dolphins on the red thing. Do that. You like that. That needs to happen.
Bro, hey, I'm going out there
Get
with
you
a
on the
whole
big screen.
matter of fact, we just came up with Charlie Touche's costume for the game. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the season is like. What's the weather gonna be like in Spain around that time? Do we even know what month we're gonna be playing in? So I need to find out how cold it's gonna be if I could get away with my outfit, because I'm coming through looking like the GTD Matador with the victory visor too, with the Go Time Dolphins on the Matador little thing. We got to make this happen.
100%. I want to get to something you just said, but Rob said, snag me a ticket. There's going to be so much interest in them. They'll be very hard to get. Yes and no. So I got my ticket for the Germany game 2 days before. So I was at the airport on the Friday. I was staying at the airport overnight, flying Saturday morning. I got my ticket that Friday night. So literally 2 days before the game kicked off, I got my ticket. So it'd probably be difficult to get initially, and they'll probably go on Ticketmaster, StubHub, and all that kind of stuff for like 3 or 4 times the price. But I would recommend, at the very least, booking your flight and hotel. And if you have to, literally like the day before the game, if you don't have a ticket, someone will be selling it on, and we'll get desperate and we'll try the money back. So if you don't get it straight away, and you still want to go, I would highly recommend booking your flight and your hotel for the best price, and kind of going from there. So, Charlie, you asked me, do we know when we're playing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say yes and no. So we don't know the official date. That will happen when the team releases the annual schedule, which will be in May. Stay tuned, Dolphins. We will probably get that early as always. But I feel like there's some deductions we can make as fans. And if you're in the UK WhatsApp Dolphins group, you would have heard some extra information of the past few days. Also listen to the Dolphin UK podcast. I believe that information was on there as well. Spoiler alert if you haven't heard it yet. But before I delve into that, Charlie, do you have any thoughts on when the game could be played? Like what month when we could be looking at the game?
Typically, the international week is October. I want to say all of our London games that I went to I was about to say in the UK, all of our international games we went to in London were October. I think Germany last or 2 years ago was after the London International Week. And then last year there was a Brazil game that opened the season in September. So I don't think Spain is going to open the season. I don't think that's going to be a thing for the Dolphins to open the game one is going to be in Spain. I don't think that's the thing. I don't think it's going to be during International Week in London, or while London is doing their International Week. I think the NFL is smarter than that. So I don't think it's going to be September or clash with October. So if London International Week is like the first week of October, maybe Spain could be the last week of October or even get into November.
So the international series has been a regular thing since 2007, and I'm looking at all the dates of the games, and by and large, they are all played in October. There's like the odd one in September and the odd one in November, but I'm looking at since 2017, which is we met Charlie. So 2017, 4 games in London. September 24th, Ravens, Jags. October 1st, Saints, Dolphins. We won't talk about that. And then ever since then, there's been only 1 game in November. That was 2019, November 3rd. 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. Every single game is played in October. And then the Mexico games, there's been 5 Mexico games. every single one played in the middle of November, either the 21st, 19th, or 18th. And then the Germany games, there'd be 4 games, and they've all been in November. So that's 4 games in November, including Dolphins Chiefs. So if I was a betting man, and I am not, I would say the London games will be the first few weeks of October, and then they will have the Germany game and the Spain game in November. If I was a betting man, I would bet on that. We've been told, if you're a UK Dolphins fan in the WhatsApp group, that the Dolphins are having sending delegates to Spain basically now, and will keep on doing so until November. And if you look at the 2025 football international schedule, there are breaks. Oh, look at that. Between the 9th and 17th of November. No, date's wrong. Sorry, 10th and 18th. So
Hold on,
between
hold
the
on,
10th and 18th.
hold on. Let's clear something up real quick. What are we looking at between the 10th and the 18th?
The the FIFA soccer international break. So there will be no club football games between the 10th and 18th of November.
Why is that relevant?
Because the Dolphins are playing at the Bernabeu Stadium, which is where Real Madrid play their games, and it's probably the easiest thing. There'll be no Real Madrid games between the 10th and 18th of November. So if I was betting, I would bet that. Let's have a look. When is the 10th and 18th of November? Bear me 2 seconds. I get the month up on my calendar. Let's go to November. I would predict, so the 10th is a Monday, the 16th is a Sunday. I'll predict the 16th of November as when the Dolphins play their Spain game. Don't book anything for the 6th of November, but that's what I would predict.
What about the 9th of November? That's a Sunday, yeah?
Yes, but there is a chance Real Madrid could be playing that game. The international break starts on Monday.
November.
So Rob says doesn't never have to be an international break window, and that is true. However, it's guaranteed. Or no, I'm 99% sure that there will be no Spain will not play on the Saturday or the Sunday, and if they do, they have multiple stadiums around Spain where they can play that game. Rob adds that the schedule would play away. They could do, but if you're Real Madrid, in the nicest way possible, why are you going to have an away game that, at any other date when you can say the stadium is free on the 16th to play them? Like, there's no need to move anything around. You've got the stadium for a week. You can say Real Madrid on the 9th. Then from the 10th. So the NFL can come in on the 10th, get the pitch ready all week, get the end zones done, all that kind of stuff. And basically, Madrid has the entire week for NFL stuff if they really wanted to. So yeah, and Spurs is also quite different as well because there's multiple games and there's not multiple international breaks. So yeah, again, like I said, I'm not saying this is definitely on the 16th. I'm just saying if there is a date that stands out as a clear-cut one, will be the 16th. But yeah, nothing to stop them from playing on the 2nd, 9th, 16th, 23rd, 30th, or just doing it in October. That's just based on my predictions, my ways ready predictions. So yeah.
So we got a way too early prediction on a date. Do we have a way too early prediction on the opponent, Kadeem? You want to put a little parlay together? If you were a betting man, you could put this "if I was a betting man" parlay together.
So there was a home game. So we've got the Bills.
So it's a Dolphins home game. The Spain game is going to be a Dolphins home game.
Yep. So obviously,
I gotta
the
get
Bills,
my Spanish,
Patriots,
bro. I gotta get my Spanish.
Planes, touchdown, flag. Let's get the basics. Or at the very least, can you do the intro in Spanish? That's what I'm aiming for.
I got it, bro.
Intro in Spanish.
I got it.
So yeah, the Dolphins Rob, I saw your comment. I'm not gonna bring it up right now. Robert Ashton, that is. So we've got the Bills, Patriots, Paper Planes, the Ravens, Bengals, Chargers, Saints, Bucks, and Commanders. Charlie Touche, you are a betting man, although we won't talk about the bets you haven't placed. Of those home games, which one do you think will be played in Spain? So again, we've got Bills, Pats, Jets, Ravens, Bengals, Chargers, Saints, Bucks, Commanders.
So Kadeem think he's slick with the little sneak dissing, right? And then he said he wasn't going to say what Robert Ashton said. So I'm going to just say what Robert Ashton said, which was, oh, habla Ashton. No, Charlie. Listen, nah, no habla. Listen, Kadeem said if I was a betting man, but Robert Ashton said, only thing that worries me is that Kadeem isn't a betting man. Well, all the laughing emojis. And that's real. Kadeem isn't a betting man. So I don't know if we want to put if that's the hill we want to die on. But I'll say this. As far as the bets that I don't make, Kadeem, I was thinking about that bet like 3 days ago. I'm like, dang, all I had to do, bro, all I had to do.
I'm thinking about that bet every single day with that bet.
So for those who don't know, I am a betting man. We have what is it, easy money, bet of the week and stuff like that. And there's bets around the NFL draft. And a couple years ago, I had a bet that I wanted to make on the Miami Dolphins selecting a defensive back with their first draft pick. And I had $500 to spend on the draft. I'm like, all right, I'm going to get $500 jiggy. I'm going to put some really good bets in. I like CJ Stroud going second. I like Bryce Young going first. Although I like CJ Stroud better than Bryce Young. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to get to this money. And I'm going to save like a little $200 piece for me to put on the Dolphins going DB because it was plus 4,000. So I'm like, yo, it's plus 4,000. I could come up $8,000. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be good right here if the Dolphins hit. Where I was in the country was like a 35-minute drive to the border. So I would have to drive 35 minutes to place this bet. And I'm like, I was real comfy at the house, at the apartment. I'm like, man, I kind of don't want to go, right? The day goes by, and you're in your comfort zone. I'm like, you know what? I guess I could go take that ride right now and place a couple bets, right? But I didn't. Very next morning was the NFL draft. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go today. Something that I didn't know was DraftKings takes their draft bets down the day of the draft. I had no idea. So I woke up. I'm like, I'm gonna take this ride. I'm gonna go get some breakfast, and I didn't take the drive. And at that time, I'm like, I'm gonna just put everything on the Dolphins. You know what I'm saying? This is my last 500 of the year or of the season. It was in April. I'm like, I'm not gonna bet until September. This is my last 500. I'm gonna put it all on the Dolphins. DraftKings does not have the bet up anymore. I don't go. I didn't go the night before, so I have extra $500 that I did not even bet on or bet or use. And the Dolphins select Cam Smith. And that's how 20K Cam got his nickname from Go Time Dolphins. And that's how Charlie lost sleep for a week by missing out on $20,000. Isn't that something, Kadeem?
I'll be thinking about that every single day. I'll just be like randomly walking, going, damn, $20,000. Just randomly. Like if I see number 20, that's the first thing I think of. So absolutely insane. Yeah. You are the betting, Charlie. Who would you put money on? Obviously, we're not saying to do this. We're not advocating for gambling over here on Go Time Dolphins. You see, you Google like, I'm sick and tired of you trying to take our videos down. Who do you like, or who can you imagine the Dolphins playing when they come to Spain on November 16th?
Which ones we got? Which home games we got? We got the Patriots, the Paper Planes,
the Bills, Ravens, Bengals, Chargers, Saints, Bucks, Commanders.
So the NFL think they slick. Y'all think y'all slick. So what the NFL does is they have these international series, and they just gave certain markets to certain teams. And I'm like, how did you determine which team will get which international market? Obviously, they're trying to grow the sport. So what they're doing is, okay, we think this country or market will take a liking to this team, or if there's some type of background there, like for example, Miami has a very overwhelming population of Hispanics. That's why, like, yo, you gotta speak Spanish in Miami, and that's why we got the Spain game for sure, no doubt about it. Similar to the Chiefs colors are very similar to the German flag, and that's why to Germany, right? Like that's why if you look at the Chiefs home game, it had like I was like, bro, the NFL really trying to overdo it, right? And you go to the Brazil game, it was the Packers and Eagles, two green teams. Yeah, am I tripping? Am I reaching, Kadeem? Right. So I'm like, I feel like y'all just trying to put. Oh, we just want to give the fans somebody to root for, and they're gonna root for the green team, like the Green Bay or the Eagles, right? So I think they think they slick. So at first, I thought it was. Hold on, bro. What German flag? I'm looking at Germany flag is not black, yellow, and red.
Yeah, it is.
Shout out to Rob.
Yeah.
A comment. It said, "What German flag you looking at?" Right. So I think he thought I was talking about the Dolphin colors. No, I was talking about the Chiefs colors are red, yellow, and then obviously the German flag has black in it. So I think it's easier to wear those colors. Is what I was saying. Not the Dolphin colors. Nah, yeah. There's no country out there with aqua and orange. Nah, no country out there with aqua orange. I ain't gonna lie, Kadeem. We could have a flag segment, and I think I can name more flags than you with no names. I think we should do that. But I don't think that there's no country out there with aqua orange. But anyway, listen. When you ask me the question, I'm like, I can see the Bucks. I can see it being the Bucks because they got that kind of like this color thing going, and then it's South Florida too, and the Bucks not really that hard of a home game. But at the same time, I don't think it's the Bills. I don't think it's going to be Baltimore. I don't think the Dolphins are signing up to have one of their hardest games of the season to be a home game away from home. Unlike what we did with the Chiefs, it was not our home game. So we're like, oh yeah, sure, we'll play the Chiefs outside of Arrowhead Stadium and have a neutral field. So yeah, I don't think we're playing no hard team in Spain. So sign me up for the Patriots or the Saints.
You think
sign me
it'll
up
be a
for
divisional game?
Say what?
You think it'll be a divisional game?
I think it'll be an opponent we'll mop the floor with.
See, I don't think it'll be a divisional game. I also think the NFL might not take the Patriots out of the country in Mike Vrabel's first year. Could be wrong. The Bucks were a team that I can see it being. Both teams play in the heat, so it's kind of like, hey, we'll just take you out of it. Also, and disappointed by 5-yard lead. If Dolphins Bucks at home, quite a few Bucks fans turn up to that, as in being at Hard Rock, and Dolphins might
a 3.5 hour drive.
Yeah, Dolphin fans might not want to have, a Hard Rock, especially if it's like if the Dolphins don't start off well, and fans are like, nope, I'm not doing it this year. Like until you fire Graham McDaniel, I'm not going. And then you got loads of Bucks fans. So, quick question from Rob: has divisional game been international before? Yeah, like 99.9%. Let's have a look. Why do I feel like the Bills Jets in London? Maybe I'm tripping. Did they not do those Jets in London? Let me double check. Look, Bills. Can you pick up Bills? I'm not gonna sing the entire song. They did not. That's interesting. No, there'd be no. Oh look, October 4th, 2015. Jets Dolphins. Jets won 27-14.
I was gonna guess a Jets game, but yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure on that.
Although that was a Dolphins home game as well, interestingly enough. So the Dolphins gave up one of the home games in 2015. Kadeem and Charlie got fired after.
Joe Philbin?
Yeah.
Listen.
And Dan Campbell came in.
Joe Philbin, bro. Joe Philbin. I'll never forget this. Ever forget this. We played Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers at this is a great trivia question. What was the name of Hard Rock Stadium when Joe Philbin was the head coach? Let's think. I'm gonna say Landshark Stadium. Landshark Stadium. So I was gonna say we played Green Bay at Hard Rock Stadium, but it was not called Hard Rock Stadium at the time. And if I had to guess, it was probably Landshark Stadium. But anyway, we played Green Bay, and you got the answer, Kadeem?
Yep.
What's the name? What was the name of the state? Was it Pro Player?
Nope, it was not Pro Player either.
Okay.
If you know the answer, let us know in the comments. I will reveal it.
That is it.
Time.
That is yeah. So shout out to the comments. Shout out to Kadeem. Yeah. So Joe Philbin was the head coach of the Miami Dolphins. We played Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, we were up on Green Bay. It's the last drive of the game. The defense is on the field. Green Bay has no timeouts. We are up against Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers is driving on us. And I'm like, yo, we're going to beat Green Bay. Prime, peak, MVP, the real Aaron Rodgers, right? I'm like, yo, we're going to walk out of here with a win. They're driving. It is fourth down, Kadeem. It's a no huddle. They're hurrying up. It is fourth down, and maybe like a +8, bro. It was not like 4th and 2. It was like fourth, and this is a good fourth down. And Joe Philbin calls timeout. Joe Philbin calls timeout. I'm like, no, bro. No, like, don't call timeout here. You have Aaron Rodgers on the field, no timeouts. They're in a hurry up. This is a panic mode. They're just running and calling plays with their head. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let them play under pressure. Joe Philbin called timeout, gave them boys a break. Now you have your best play versus Aaron Rodgers' best play. Aaron Rodgers converts. We lose that game, and the rest is history. And I understand the logic behind, your defense was tired, and it's one play to win the game. Yo, nowhere in your right mind do you say, I want my best play against Peyton Manning's best play in his prime. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talking about Hall of Fame quarterbacks. No, I don't want my best play versus Aaron Rodgers' best play. One play to win the game. One play to win the game. Like, this is what you want to do? You want to call timeout for the other team? I didn't like that. And actually, that was the day I was done with him. Like, all right, I'm done. Anyway, were we still on picking international team home games? Were we still on that? My bad, because I feel like I derailed the podcast a little bit.
Yeah, so basically it was the Jets played the Dolphins. Dolphins were the home team in London. Joe Philbin was the coach, and he did get fired. And Dan Campbell stepped in and finished this season. Yeah, that's why that game does stick out. So it could be a divisional game. I can see it being the Bengals.
No.
Spain.
Why would we want the Bengals in Spain, though, bro?
I have a feeling, not a divisional game, not the Ravens, Saints. Do the Saints? I don't know. I feel like the NFL will want some kind of say as well. I say some kind of say. The NFL will have a major say in terms of who they send, and you also kind of want a competitive game. You want two semi-decent quarterbacks.
I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
So I don't know that that's the truth. That's a real thing. I think. I don't know. I thought the team gets to decide. I know for sure the team gets to decide, do we want our bye week the week after we come back, or do we want our bye week later on in the season. I know that's the thing. We get to decide when we want our bye week. I thought we decided the opponent too. And I think that's why the Chiefs wanted the Dolphins in Germany. Like, yo, it's the Dolphins. We're gonna mop the floor with the Dolphins. We don't need home field advantage. And I think that's how that ended up. And I'm not sure about that part. I'm not sure that the team gets to decide the opponent. And I could be wrong about that, obviously, but I don't know, bro. Like, and if we do get to decide the opponent, I don't want Cincinnati or Baltimore or the Bills in Spain, bro. Like, I can't have fun in my Matador costume.
Shout out JMO. He said, "Hi guys." Hey
JML. JML, hey, you got that Dan Marino jersey, college football jersey? Let us know in the chat. It said it was delivered. Let us know if you got your throwback Dan Marino Pittsburgh college jersey, University of Pittsburgh jersey. JML.
Shout out JML. Yeah, I think I'll move on. I'm pretty sure the NFL picked the game. Because again, if not, everyone would just pick the weakest game on their schedule. We'll do that one.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Nah, that's not how it works.
But Green Bay didn't want to go to Brazil. Green Bay was talking about, oh, we don't have the infrastructure to fly to Brazil. Like, oh, we gotta go the way the airport is set up. The way the airport is set up, we can't do it. Like, what? Their excuse for not going to Brazil was wild, and they still had to go. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's like London didn't get the Packers for ages because apparently the Packers just didn't want to go. The NFL could not force the Packers to go to London.
It's a little different now. Like, you see how they got Hard Knocks. You're forced to do Hard Knocks now. If the NFL decides you have to do Hard Knocks, you have to do it.
No, there's still ways to get out of it.
Hard Knocks?
Like, 100%.
No, bro, it's mandatory.
I'm pretty sure if you have a rookie head coach, you don't do your hard knocks.
All right. That's different. It's different. Like, all right.
No. That's what I'm saying.
So you're all right. If that was the argument, like if you have a rookie head coach, you can't take an international game. That's a little different. But what I'm saying is, like, I don't think teams have a say in whether they can turn down an international game or not. But if there is like a loophole, like a new head coach, then yeah, I can understand that.
Rob said it as well. Like, Packers didn't want to give up a home game. So the Packers just were not in London until 2022. That's the first time the Packers were in London. They just didn't travel. Like, we're not doing it. You can't force us to.
How many CBAs came and went since then? Like, collective bargaining, like
7.
Yeah, like, bro, I'm pretty sure the NFL done wrote that up and like, hey, y'all not gonna be able to do this no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to control what we control as far as marketing. We running kind of long, but shout out to JML. Yeah. JML said he loves it, and he said, "FYI, fellas, that Pittsburgh U jersey is fire." Go Time Dolphins gave away a Dan Marino college football jersey. I'm glad JML likes it. Shout out to J-Rob for that one. J-Rob contributed the jersey to the podcast, and JML ended up with it. J-Rob.
If we had a nickname, or that's something completely different.
No, this was one of the homies that rock with the podcast. One of the day ones. Big Go Time Dolphin fan. Like, I'm probably gonna hear about it. Like, when he sees this, he's gonna be like, "Hey, he shouted me out on the podcast." Like, I already know. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to J-Rob.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, we have kind of ran kind of long. We always do this short episode, and then an hour later we're still going. So we will get to bonus time very, very shortly. But I'm betting, so I'm not gonna put any money on it. But my early prediction is let's double check this. The 16th of November against the Bengals. That's my early prediction.
I'll go 16th of November. No, you know what? I'll go the 9th of November versus the Saints.
Let us know in the comments what you think the matchup is going to be.
Hold on. The Saints have a French background. See, I'm learning something. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to be the Saints. It's not going to be the Saints. It's going to be Tampa.
Plus,
it's going to be
Tampa. Dolphins Saints in London as well. So they might say,
it's going to be Tampa. It's going to be Saints Tampa. It's going to be Dolphins Tampa. And we're going to make the Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, instead of driving 3 hours, we're going to make them fly like 12. I like it.
So you heard it here first. We will also get to the answer of this Dolphin Stadium name when back in 2015. So Charlie, bonus time.
No. We can't get the bonus time, Kadeem, because we got an announcement to make for our patrons.
We do. Yes. Stay tuned. Head over to Patron, where you will. We can say what it is now, or we're gonna.
Yeah, no. We should do it here and on Patreon.
Then you can do it. I will allow you to do the Patreon announcement and then bring us into bonus time.
Are you gonna pull up one of the props?
No, because in the suitcase over there.
Oh my goodness! All right. So listen. Shout out to all of our patrons here on Go Time Dolphins. We appreciate all of you. We mess around. We call you guys patrons. But everyone who has a Go Time Dolphins Patreon is going to get a free Go Time Dolphins hat. Shout out to Kadeem. He got the hats out right now. It's a free Go Time Dolphins hat for everyone who is signed. Who's rocking with us on Patreon. You know what I'm saying? If you are a Patreon member, subscriber, you get a free Go Time Dolphins hat, and we really do appreciate you. It's just out of appreciation for just being a fan for so long. We're getting look at Kadeem. He got his best. What was it? Savannah White. What's her name from Wheel of Fortune? Yeah. But anyway, y'all get a free hat if you're on Patreon and you rock with Go Time Dolphins. That's the announcement we got, man. We look at that. Hey, that's a dope little hat. I don't even got one yet. You know what I'm saying? But y'all get one for rocking with us. So any tier, every tier, you get one. But we can get into bonus time. Y'all know what time it is. Stay positive. Test negative. For Kadeem Simmons, I'm Charlie Touche. Thank you for tuning in this time. Make sure you catch us next time on Go Time. Already.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's show time. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Don't waste no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time.
Very quickly, before we give away the answer to the Dolphin Stadium name in 2015, looking at this 2015 coaching staff. So we know we had Phil Bean as the head coach, then Dan Campbell as the interim head coach. Do you know who the OC was in 2015, Charlie?
2015 Miami Dolphins offensive coordinator. Where was I in 2015? 2015. Oh, that was a time of my life, bro. Dang. I was a different human in 2015. Shout out to 2015. 2015. What was I doing? Offensive coordinator in 2015, bro. Dang, can I buy a lifeline?
Yes. He is a... Do you know a clue that your lifeline?
Yeah. Go ahead.
He's a current head coach in the AFC.
That's a pretty good clue, bro. That's a pretty good clue. Current head coach in the AFC was Miami Dolphins offensive coordinator in 2015. Dang, y'all better get this. Dang. Current head coach. Oh, I know it. Actually, that's not right. But I'll go with it. Hold on, I'm gonna go with it. What's your boy name from the Bengals?
You're asking me?
Yeah. What's his name?
Zach Taylor.
Zach, yeah, I'm gonna go with him.
It is Zach.
That clue helped me out, bro. That was
you
tough.
are welcome. J-Mo said I'm glad they didn't play Jeopardy music. This is too long. Like, you got some time. 2 more questions very quickly. Who was the?
But hey, hold on. Why Robert said countdown clock? Question mark. And then JML said, "I'm glad you played Jeopardy music. That was too long." Like, damn, was it that long? Dang,
Yeah,
my bad, y'all boys. My bad.
So we know Danny Campbell was the Titans coach, promoted to interim head coach. Who was the other Titans coach in 2015?
Dang, what was the question?
Who was the other Titans coach in 2015?
Tight ends coach in 2015. I'm not gonna run as long as I did with the last one, so you don't have to play no music. I just don't know it.
Ben Johnson, who is now the head coach of the Chicago Bears. And then, am I going to ask this question? Nah, there's no point. Completely pointless. But the DC back then was Lou Anarumo, who is currently the DC in Indianapolis, was also the DC for the Bengals for 5 years. So, yeah, it's crazy some of the talent the Dolphins had on that coaching staff and where they are now. Also, director of college scouting, Chris Greer. So, yeah. So there was also the answer to what was the stadium name in 2015. Shout out to Rob. He said Sun Life. He's correct. It was the Sun Life Stadium. And then very quickly before we head on out of there, Rob had another question right at the beginning of the episode, which was Steelers seem unlikely to bring back both Wilson and Justin Fields. Do we go after one as a contingency plan? Charlie, do we go after one of those QBs? Yes or no? If so, which one?
Russell Wilson's gonna want $40 million, so we can't go after him. But I am interested in Justin Fields as a backup. I am 100% interested in Justin Fields as a backup. I just don't believe we're going to be able to afford him. And that's it for that. But yeah, I would like to have Justin Fields as a backup. But there are some quarterbacks in the draft that I like to back up to it. And that can, but I'm not sure about McDaniel's, like, I don't think he develops players. I really don't. And so I'm concerned about the way McDaniel develops quarterbacks. Like, if you look at all the quarterbacks except Tua, just no quarterback. We don't have no quarterback in 3 seasons with Mike McDaniel other than Tua. So I'm pretty reluctant to take a young dude and put him under McDaniel's staff. But yeah, give me Justin Fields.
Yeah, same Justin Fields. I was on board to bringing him in when he Chicago. I'm still on board now. So there is that. And then before we go out of there very quickly, Bob said, Charlie, don't try and sneak that in as a one-and-no start when the season comes around. And that was to the Zach Taylor answer. But yeah, we are going to head on over to Patreon, or to record with Patreon, to discuss more about the hats. So join us over there if you haven't already. And yeah, if you're not a Patreon member, spoiler alert, you might want to become one in the next few days / weeks. As yeah, that's what I'm saying. You might want to sign up to Patreon in the next few days or weeks because a few more giveaways. But until then, we shall see you soon, as I'm going to get rid of that comment on the screen very quickly. And now we shall see you soon. Peace.